All right. So I'm going to welcome my good friend Diya Nambiar. Diya is a sophomore at Acton Boxer Regional High School. She likes volunteering. She's a Girl Scout, and she has an older sister at Georgia Tech University. So it's my pleasure to welcome my very good friend Diya Nambiar.
Hi, my name is Diya Nambiar, and I would like to thank Vid for his wonderful speech about his dog, and I would really like to see her someday. Today, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So today I will be talking about my experience at Paul P. Gates Elementary School. I went to this school from kindergarten to 6th grade, but the best part of it was going to the after-school program at Extended Day. The place, you could say, was very interesting, and I use this very vague word because it describes about all the aspects of Extended Day. Has anyone here gone to Paul P. Gates Elementary School Extended Day? Yes, both of you, right? How would you describe it?
Interesting.
Interesting, right? For a lack of a better word. You can't really call it much because there is just so much going on. All the crazy teachers, all of the crazy community, all the weird kids there, including me, and then all of the fun memories we had. So, first up, does anyone know who the king of the classroom is?
The joke. Wait.
The what?
The lion.
Does any of the adults have a guess? No? Well, the ruler is the king of the classroom. I'm sorry if that ruined your day. I just had to mention it. So first up, the teachers. So at Extended Day, we were a bunch of annoying 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th graders, like all the annoying children. If you are in those grades, I don't mean to offend you, but I know how it is to be that little kid having so much energy and just so much excitement because you don't know how to let it out. Including kindergarten, I don't think I mentioned that. From kindergarten up until 6th grade. So the teachers there had to be strict. That was the only way to control us in any sort of way because we were crazy. We had gone wild. We would just run around, and for us being told to walk in the hallways instead of running, for us to clean up after ourselves after our snack, for us to clean up our toys after playing outside, that was ridiculous. Like, how could they come up with those rules for us? That was just so mean of them to come up with all of those rules for us to not have fun. So there's one teacher of the name Suzanne.
Oh God.
What does the name bring you? Suzanne. Anyone?
Great fear.
Fear. No, you guys don't count because you know Suzanne. Does anyone else? What does the name Suzanne make you think of?
Susie.
Okay.
When they named my name is Suresh, but when they made my name as Susan when they typed my initial name in the first day in office. Suresh.
So he said that on the first day, his name was typed Susan instead of his name was Suresh.
Is it because she always sued a lady called Anne? What did she do? She sues Anne.
She was a very mean lady to us, so she might have done that. I don't know. Well, Suzanne was this not middle-aged woman. I'd say she was in her 60s maybe, and she had brown hair. She had like a bob cut, and bob cuts just make me think of strict people who I don't want to mess around with because they're gonna tell me I can't run in the hallways, you know. So Suzanne was very mean. She would always tell us to not do what we wanted to do. So that was just one of the many teachers that I have experienced over the past 4 or 5 years that I was there. So the next teacher was Mrs. Yancey. Now Mrs. Yancey was Suzanne 2.0, except Mrs. Yancey had like a little spice or ting to her. She was very outgoing. She was also strict. So she would try and joke around with us like crazy, like, We didn't know why she was trying to talk to us because we were just our own little kids trying to have our own little fun. And then Mrs. Yancey all of a sudden would come in our way and ask us, like, what are you doing? And then it seemed rude to us almost because she was interrupting our fun that we were allowed to have. So those were just two of the strictest teachers, and the majority of them were strict to us. But the best teacher of all of them was Dina. So Dina was a very sweet lady, and she loved us so much that she brought us candy every single day. No one else, just us, me and my friends. And Dina was very caring, and she really cared for us, and she treated us like her own children. And it really made extended day very pleasurable and very fun. So the next step was my group of friends and the community at extended day. So I mentioned the community that Dina brought us. So Dina got us food, and she brought that to me and my friends. So in this community, we had my group of friends, and we did everything together. We would eat snack together, we would play outside together, we would do everything. And then there were the older 6th graders who were really scary, but we would still try and talk to them, and we would annoy them because that was fun for us. And then there were the little kindergartner, 1st grade, 2nd graders, and they were just so cute. We thought, okay, let's just mess with them. Let's see if we can annoy them too. Let's see if we can confuse them. So we did that, obviously, and it was a lot of fun. So over these few years, many years, we felt like a community being all together because everyone had their own friends and everyone felt this sort of community bonding. And we also went on field trips together, which brought us even closer. And it was just really fun to see how all these children of different age groups and different races and different genders all mix together at extended day. Because when you're younger, you're so innocent and you don't really see all these differences that people see now. So the third thing was the memories I made. So I made a lot of good friends at extended day, but the reason why I love it so much is because of the memories I made. So like I said earlier, we were all so innocent and we didn't really care about the things that we care about now. Like right now I'm giving this speech in front of all these people. Back then I wouldn't even think of it. I would just worry if I got my homework done on time, if I finished my little mad minute in a minute, like all my multiplication problems in a minute. But now I'm trying to do this speech, and it's just crazy to see all these differences because in 6th grade, Shruti was a part of this. We were sitting at a table at lunch, and they had this plate cut up into 4 quadrants to put our ranch dressing on, and then one of our friends decided to put the 4 quadrants together to make a full plate, and then Shruti over here started to laugh, and I don't get to understand to this day why she found it so funny, but in that moment it was just so funny because it was a plate, but it was cut up into 4 pieces, and what else are we gonna do but laugh because we don't know any better. So that was just one of our memories. And then another one of our memories was outside. We came up with this little secret hiding place outside during recess because we wanted to stay away from Suzanne and Mrs. Yancey. It was called the Chocolate Hut. Don't ask me how we named it or what it came from. It was just called the Chocolate Hut. It was in this little alleyway. This is not a sketchy school. It's just in this little alleyway in the back of the school, and we would just hang out there. We wouldn't even do anything. We'd probably play like Crocodile Oh My, or I don't know what else we did. So we just sat in this little alleyway, and we just hid away from all the teachers because we didn't want them coming and spying on us, because we didn't want them to put their rules on us and try and control us. So those were just a couple of my many memories from extended day, and some of the many great experiences and great friends that I've made. So today I talked about my experience at extended day at Paul P. Gates Elementary School. So I talked about the teachers, I talked about the community, and I talked about the memories I made. What I really love about this whole experience at extended day is because I didn't realize how much fun I was having in that moment. I thought the rest of my life would be like that. I didn't realize that extended day was not like the rest of the world. I was in this little bubble my whole life. as we get older, life changes. We have more responsibilities. We have more work to do. And I think that everyone should just take the time to work on our childhood and just go back to our childhood. Maybe you want to cut up a plate and put it together and start laughing at it. Maybe that's what makes you happy. I don't know. Along with Shruti's speech and Vid's speech, just do whatever makes you happy, because it's not going to be there all the time. You're not going to always be a child. You're only a child for 10 years of your entire life, which is around, 80, 90 years? So that's, I don't know how long you live to. Like nowadays it might be 120, I don't know. But the average person. So I just think that everyone should enjoy the small things, and everyone should enjoy their childhood, even if they're not a child. It's not too late to try new things, and it's not too late to be a child. And if you are a child, then just enjoy your fun and just make the best out of it, and don't worry about what other people think, because that's the best fun you can ever have. And 6th grade and elementary school was the best time of my life. Thank you for listening.
Awesome.